here virtually coming from Sunny Yoga Kitchen in Bend, Oregon. I'm here flying solo today. My lovely wife Amy, who sometimes you see here with me, is getting our flu card already. So thanks for tuning in. This is going to be 30 minutes. We're going to throw a few more 30-minute classes up into your library so that so you've got more to choose from. I feel like those are the ones that are getting the most views, so I'm listening to you. You're telling me what you need. So if there's any other things that you are looking for, if you have questions, if you have needs and wants through this virtual yoga, feel free to leave comments, subscribe, and see if we can get them into your classes. So today, let's kind of start standing. Just come to your feet, wherever you want, probably the top of your mat. Move around a little bit, shake your hands, shake your feet. Let's take a big inhale, reach up, interlace your fingers, stretch them up towards the ceiling. And then a few extra breaths, just big old full body stretch. Engage the thighs. Oh, you can move around as much as it feels good in your body. You might find some nooks and crannies to linger in. And then release the grip. Move the feet a little bit further apart. Turn the heels in and the toes out. We're going to go right into a squat. If you need your hands on the floor, if you like to have your feet lifted, if there's a variation that suits your body, your ever-changing body, then do it. Figure out something that you can play with, you can breathe into. Doesn't matter what the outward shape looks like here, right? It's all about feeling our way into the body now. Start to breathe a little deeper. If rocking and swaying feels like it would be beneficial with some movement, get some suppleness, some circulation going left and right, side to side movement might feel nourishing. Take one more big inhale. Hands to the floor, help yourself into a forward fold. So you'll drive through the heels, lift the hips, and then bring the feet to parallel. Let your head hang. Sway. So you can allow the weight, of your head to hang heavy all the way from the tip of your tailbone. So drive through your feet. Lifting the hips. Longer through the sides of the waist as the rib cage hangs heavy. Sides of the neck get long. Relax around your scalp. Exhale, release your hands to the floor. If you happen to be holding on to elbows or any other grip. And then crawling the chest forward, cinch it around the waist, crawling the hands forward underneath the shoulders. Bend the left knee, left hand stays down, right arm stretches up. See if you can wrap the right hip back, peel the chest forward, take an inhale, and then you'll swim your way to the other side. Bend the right knee. Left arm reaches so the chest is spacious, moving the right hip back in space and the left hip back in space. And seeing that length but softness through the sides of the neck. And then exhale, swim that top hand down. Oh, bend the knees, roll to stand, take your time. Driving down through the feet, straighten out the legs, curl the chest down. Reach up towards the ceiling there. Inhale. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Interlace your fingers. Push down through the feet. Stretch back through the arms. Lift the chest. And then forward fold. No rush. Stretch the knuckles up overhead. Scoop on the belly. Let your head hang. And then any exploring, you can pick up the balls of the feet. You could lift the heels up. You don't have to move the feet at all. You could explore with the arms, with subtle movements of the head, with your breath. 3 more breaths there to work with, to play, to feel into. Gently release your hands to the floor. Sit low, keeping the feet where they are. Reach up. It's like a chair, but the feet are still wide. Yes. See if you can sit a little bit lower and activate the glutes. Drive down to the heels as well as the balls of the feet. You can pick up the toes, move them around. You can play piano with the toes. All right. Drive through the feet. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind you. Inhale, chest curls up, drive through the feet. And exhale, fold, stretch the knuckles up overhead. Take an inhale. Sit into your chair, reach your arms up towards the ceiling, breathe in. Exhale, sit a little lower. Yes, stand up, inhale, drive. Exhale, arms behind you, broaden the chest. Push to the feet, curl the chest up, breathe in. And then forward fold. Sit into your chair. Sit a little lower. Stand up, fill up. Hands together in front of your heart. Stepping the feet back underneath you, if they were a little bit wider. Keeping the hands together in front of your heart. Pick your left knee up and then grab onto that left knee or shin with your hands and pull the knee in as close as you can to your body. Drive down through the right foot now, so the right glutes are active, the chest is lifting. Nice. Feel free to move around the ankle, toes on that lifted foot. And then you're going to place that foot down onto the ground. And do this with the other leg. So when you feel steady, you can find a drishti, something that's moving in front of you. Push down, lift the chest, and then get that knee in as close as you can to your body. You can use the strength of your arms. This is more about releasing in the low back and waking up the bottoms of the feet, the ankles, everything that's doing so much work to help you balance here. Notice what it's like to take a couple of more deep breaths right here. And then placing that foot down onto the ground. Nice. Inhale, reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Cinch it around the waist. Broaden and lift the chest. Hands on the floor, step back to plank. We're going to take some extra breaths here in plank. I like the hands a little bit further forward in front of the shoulders, but then lift the thighs, drive back through the heels, and turn the sternum forward. As the sternum turns forward, you'll feel this pulling back, engagement underneath the sides of the armpit there. Tailbone lengthens towards the heel, so there's this drawing in up of the lowest part of the navel. Move side to side, you can move forward and back. Steady your breath. Wait for an inhale to scoot a little bit further forward and then pull yourself to the floor. Pass to each other and keep the chest lifted. Untuck the toes, take a cobra. Doesn't have to be super big. Child's pose. Glide back, broaden the knees as you need. Big toes touch somewhere near the back of your mat. Maybe some cleansing breaths here. Crawling the fingers forward, letting the weight of the hips be that opposite action of stretching and lengthening. And then eventually softening to the earth, filling up all sides of the ribs. Take 3 more breaths in. Lift the chest up, the toes. Once you lift the hips up and back, really reaching through the arms. Feel free to start to walk around through the legs. And that's going to be a nice way to wake up the back side of the one leg. Oh, and then release that and do it with the other. Swing side to side might help you find a little more action. The outer hip, outside of the rib cage, sideways. See what's going on in the feet. Steady, smooth breath. And then finding a strong, neutral, downward facing dog. Reach long through the arms and the legs. There's a broadening of the sitting bones up and apart, but reach the heels back and down. Now soften in the inner ear and hear yourself taking those smooth, steady breaths. Can you ungrip or on the base of the skull? You just got one more breath there. Exhale, knees to the floor. Inhale, curl the chest forward. Exhale, round it out. Drive through the arms, the knees, the tops of the feet. Curve. Inhale, chest curls forward, tailbone lifts, push through the fingertips. Exhale, round it out to do the opposite. Get between the shoulder blades there. Nice. Inhale, lengthen, lift, reach. And then big curve. Use the floor to your advantage. Round and lengthen. Oh, good. Nice. Inhale, stretch it through. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Right leg reaches. Inhale. Exhale, knee into your chest. Foot between your hands. Bring your back knee gently down. Reach up towards the ceiling. Hands together in front of your heart. So you can push down through that right foot. Push down through the top of the back foot. Turn your torso to the right. You could totally stay here. Maybe you'd like to find the front arm, left arm on your front knee. Pull that right hip back in space and feel that twisting action all the way around your waist. Fill it with breath. Exhale, hands to the floor. Shift your hips back. Runner's lunge action. Move the hips around if you need. See if you can release anything in the back side of the right calf. back of the Achilles tendon, lengthen your sternum forward, inhale. And then slide the right heel back a little, it's just easier to transition. Bend the front knee, step up, standing splits. Let the head hang. Yeah, good. Reach long through that left leg. Bend your standing knee, step the ball of the left foot to the back of your mat. Reach your right arm to the sky, twist. Now lift the left thigh and engage the left glutes. Top hand down, step back to plank. Inhale, shift forward, chest stays broad. Pull yourself through chaturanga to the floor. Untuck the toes, take a cobra. Sternum reaches, legs reach back. Child's pose, broaden the knees. Big toes touch, couple of breaths there. Downward facing up. Nice. Finishing, exhaling down dog. Reach long through the arms and the legs. Left leg reaches. Knee into your chest, curl it in. Foot between your hands, back knee to the floor. Reach it up. Drive down to the top of the back foot. Lift the sternum. Hands eventually pulling in together in front of your heart. Take a moment here. Feeling that sense of gathering in. And then from that sense of gathering in, we can lengthen, we can find stability, we can expand. Turning the torso to the left. And then finding where you'd like to be for some extra breath. So maybe you're staying high, maybe you're leaning forward to find that connection with the arm and the front leg. Keep the ribcage lengthening out of the pelvis as you rotate. Joining and pressing the palms into one another to help gain that length, that lift, that rotation, without losing the connection through your center, through your core. Check in. If you feel like you're gripping in the jaw, you might look down. If you're gripping around the sides of the neck. Take an inhale. Hands to the floor, a little shift back, half Hanuman. I like to adjust the spacing. Keep the chest broad. Take the bend out of that front knee. And then get in there, a couple extra breaths. Forward inhale. Slide that front heel back. It's easier to transition. Bend the front knee, plant the foot, take a standing split. Drive through the standing leg. Lift the reaching leg. Let the head hang. And then bend the standing knee, step your foot back. Left arm reaches, so the right hand's on the floor. And we're going to support it like dragonfly twist. I like to call it. Looks like a dragonfly soaring through the air. Lift the right thigh, engage the right glutes. Plank pose when you're ready. So we'll take a slower transition this time. Inhale, scoot forward. Keep the chest broad. Pull yourself just to elbow height. Take an inhale, press 1 inch up. And then go to the floor. Keep the chest broad, cobra. Pull it through. Down dog. Push it back. Big breath. Right leg to the sky. Roll the right hip stretch it back. Exhale, knee to nose, round it in. Foot between your hands, warrior one. So turn and ground the back heel. Back foot is diagonal. You got it. Stretch the arms out. Together in front of your heart. Step forward, left foot over the top of the right thigh. Standing hip opener. Sit back and down. Breathe. Cinching it around the waist, lift the chest. So you can stay exactly right here. You could twist if you were feeling that slow twisting action. Maybe bringing the tricep to the sole of the foot and then spreading your wings. And then you can push the foot into the arm to help you twist a little more. Feel that grounding connection. It's not always that we're trying to get like some more torque out of the twist, but to gain more sense of grounding, to feel the twist we're already creating, to find more light, to find more stability in it. Nice. Come back to center. Stand up. Draw that left knee into your chest like we did oh so long ago. Place the foot on the floor. Shake out the right foot. Nice job. Inhale, reach. Forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Bend your left knee, left hand down, right arm. We just stretch out the outside of that right hip again. Nice. And then swim it down. Exhale, bend the other knee. Twist it open. Sneak peek, second slide. And then exhale. Hands down. Inhale, lift the chest. Toe heel the feet wider, heels and toes out, sit into a squat. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale. And adjusting the feet, halfway lift, breathe in, lengthen. Plank pose, step back. Inhale, shift forward. Pull yourself just to elbow height. Chaturanga, lift the thighs. Inhale, up dog or cobra. If you go to up dog, drive through the hands, lift the chest. Down dog, take it back, take a couple of breaths. Left leg reaches, inhale, roll the left hip open, reach legs apart, bend the knee. Stretch it back, fill up. Knee to nose, you can make that connection. Foot between your hands, warrior one, find your footing. So you can steady your breath and find that sense of grounding here. So push down through the feet. Hands can come and gather in together in front of your heart. Keep the chest lifted. So you're releasing tension again to the sides of the neck. Then we'll transition to the standing hip opener on the second side. So it's like a one-legged chair. Keeping the ankle flexed on the top knee and the chest lifted. Use any supports, blocks on the ground, grab your ankle if you like, make it work for you and your body today. On this side. So you can totally stay here, you can take a different support if you wanted to test run the twist, trying to get the sole of the foot somewhere on the outside of the arm, preferably not on the elbow. You never want to push on joints. And then as much as you twist and open up, push down through each foot. So one of the foot's pushing into the arm and vice versa, the other foot's grounding to the floor. Through that connection, we have more stability to reach, giving us more action and space to twist and to breathe. And then if you can make your way back, you got it. Standing up, oh yeah, that's gonna be a lot. Drawing the right knee as much as you can in, and then releasing it down. Shake it out, shake it out. Good job. Okay, top of the mat. When you're ready, inhale, reach, lift, stretch. Forward, fold. Halfway lift, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Bend the right knee, left arm reaches to get that outer left hip. One more time. Yeah, good, get in there. Inhale, and then sweep it over, other side. Bend the left knee, right arm reaches. Good. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Lift the chest under the feet further apart. Heels and toes out, sit into a squat. And forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plank pose. Nice, wait for your inhale, little shift forward, keep the chest broad. Pull yourself just to elbow height. Inhale, drive the arms, lift the chest, come to the tops of the feet, keep the thighs lifted. Down dog with your exhale. Yeah, let's take a cleansing breath. Inhale, big. Let it out. Finishing exhale, the right leg reaches. Roll the right hip up and lift up higher, bend your knee. Nice. Exhale, step forward. Warrior two. Take the bend out of the front knee, reach forward. Triangle pose. Top hand down, right arm reaches, left heel reaches up off the ground, twist. Plank pose. Inhale pulls you forward. Go all the way down, pull through chaturanga to the floor. Nice. Space. Elbows on the earth. Reach back through the legs. If you can grip with the fingertips, see if you can lengthen the lowest part of the rib cage. Up and out of the pelvis. And then lower down. Walk the elbows out wide. Relax the glutes, relax the low back. Child's pose. Down dog. Left leg reaches, roll that left hip open, lift it higher, bend the knee, fill up. Exhale, step forward, warrior two. Take the bend out of the front knee, reach forward, take your triangle. Releasing top hand down, back heel lifts, left arm to the sky, last twist to get elbow. Step back to down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, lift the heels and forward. Flow through to seated, lie onto your back, knees into your chest. One last bridge, or one last back bend, it'll be bridge. Feet on the floor, lift the hips. Release and relax the sides of the neck. Lower down. Supta Baddha Konasana, constructive rest, a gentle twist, something that would feel soothing and less effort than, say, when you were standing in your standing hip opener and transitioning to standing with the knee into the chest. Something that you can use way less effort than that. Find that shape here on your back. Gratitude for these 30 minutes that you've put into you. You could add this to any practice, you could leave things out, you can change it at any time. It's here. And you coming home. Thank you for taking care of you. May this practice serve you well. Namaste, yogi.